Hey guys, Thetcglover here. How you doing today? I mean, this ban list. I mean, what am I looking at? This way, Konami. Like, I don't even know what to say. It's just I looked at it. I looked at it a little bit. I'm gonna quickly go over it. A Aplocky Fort Towers banned. Shurit banned. Exoton Knight banned. Cleefort Scout limited. Graph limited. We got Mathematician limited, and then we got stuff like Bryonic and Unicorn limited, Ritual Beast Ulti Cannonhawk limited. Like, okay, whatever. And then it goes El Shaddai Fusion limited. Okay, and then what's that? Reinforcement of the Army limited. Sir Malibranch of the Burning Abyss semi-limited. Okay, and then we got some crap that got off the list because they weren't supposed to be on there in the first place, right? So look, here's the point. The point is that they literally just destroyed like a whole year, right? I understand that these decks were around for a little bit longer than people were hoping they would be, and that is fine because Konami says, okay, they've had their year to shine, and now we're going to move on. And obviously the business model that they're trying to promote now is really obvious because I've talked about it in previous videos. I think you guys understand that when they leave things to go on for a while, and eventually they will intervene and they will stop it, and they will move on and bring out some new stuff. Let's just keep in mind a couple of things. The first thing is that they released a lot of these cards were re-released in a tin, and the tin is still out in stores. You still can buy these tins, and they're still going to have a lot of good cards in it. I mean, you can still play Shadows, you can still play your Tellers. You know, when you had tins, they were really, really good, and that was what made the tins so good because they actually gave you access to really decent decks. However, what I've discussed in the past and what I think everyone agrees with is the new decks that are coming out in the nearby future are much, much stronger than what we already have. And because of that, it makes this ban list seem like the worst ban list in a long time. It seems completely misdirected. It seems completely hateful on an entire year's format when they know full well that their new stuff is going to take the place of the old stuff because the new stuff is just better. Okay, I mean, you have to keep improving stuff because if you don't see objectively better cards, then you're not going to play the game because you're basically going to be playing the same deck for like 3 years. Okay, Mermails are going to come back. Okay, and that's really, really awesome because they've got all their stuff. I mean, they're getting their Dragoons back to 2, that was last time. And so therefore, they're going to get this brand new Neptuabyss. It's going to be really broken for them, and that's great. So the old stuff gets some cool stuff, and they're going to come back into the ring. However, these cards, these stuff that we've been playing with for the last year are now completely void. You cannot play Shadows, you cannot play Tellers, you cannot play Cleeforts, okay? Cleefort Scout has now been limited, okay? It's dead, okay? There's no way that you can rely on one Scout because the deck just falls apart, okay? I know people play Towers, but if you're talking about generic Cleeforts, your deck is now dead. If you're talking about Necros, it's not completely dead, but my god, they really went at it. Okay, look at this. They hit Shurit. It's now completely gone. Okay, look at this. Where's the other shit? There we go. Yeah, Necros of Bryonic, Necros of Unicorn. So they didn't hit the Trish, they didn't hit the Valkyries, but limiting Bryonic and limiting Unicorn were the two most important cards in the entire deck, and they've completely limited them. And now you only run two of the two important cards in the deck. And if you lose one of them, you're basically lost for the rest of the game. And so therefore you can just see like stuff like Mathematician, a direct hit on Shadows because Mathematician wasn't really being played other than Shadows and Burning Abyss. And then Burning Abyss lost a Graph. They got limited. And then they also lost a Sir of the Burning Abyss as well. You cannot play Burning Abyss now because they've pretty much lost so much of their strength because they thought, oh yeah, it'd be cool to limit them. I mean, look, the format was getting really diverse. I mean, we were getting a whole bunch of really cool stuff. I mean, the Clown Blade Shadow, that was really awesome as well. We're getting a whole bunch of decks, and yet they've just completely killed it. And the worst part is about this list is they decided, rather than just limiting cards that were actually, you know, basically dominant last format, they just decided, yeah, fuck it, we'll just ban them. Okay, stuff like El Shaddai Construct is not bannable. Okay, it exists within its own archetype. Okay, you can obviously sound it with polymerization, but you need to use a Shadow as a material, and then you also need to have the rest of the deck functioning with it. Okay, Shadow Construct is not a strong card on its own. Its effects are not very strong. Okay, and the actual mechanic of Shadow is quite strong. However, comparing it to what we're going to get in the future, it's not that strong. You could have left Shadows alone and people would have just migrated away from Shadows naturally, and that was the problem. So now Konami said, oh fuck it, we won't take any chances, so now we're going to just make it forbidden. So okay, great. Okay, and the same for Necros. They thought, no, fuck it, we're not going to let, you know, natural selection just make it, let it go forward. No, they thought they'd intervene and just kill off species because fuck it, why not? Because we're humans, right? We'll just shoot pigeons, you know, why not? I mean, that's my point. It feels like they just went in too hard on this list. I mean, you need to make a balance between keeping the player base happy and actually getting shit done, okay? And they wanted to get their shit done so they could bring on the new stuff like Cosmo, they could bring on all these brand new archetypes that are coming in through the next few formats. However, they literally decided to just fuck over every single old archetype that was not even really that strong anymore, because they thought, oh, I don't even know what they're thinking. That's the main problem. It's like there's no thought process behind any of this. Why would you even hit ritual beasts? What is this? Why are you hitting these cards? This does not need to be hit. Okay, look, Reinforcing the Army played in Satella Knights, played in Heroes. Okay, played in Tier 2/Tier 3 decks. Okay, this may be because Satella Knights won Worlds, but apart from that, this has no place being limited. Okay, unless there's something really broken coming up in the future that's going to stop this. Okay, but Konami has proven that they do not preemptively ban cards anymore. So this kind of shit is just retarded. Ultra Fusion Limited. See, the deck is completely dead. It's not even a little bit dead. It's been shot multiple times in the face, even though you only have to shoot someone once to kill them, okay? They thought, oh, let's just keep shooting Shadows, and then, oh, I've run out of bullets, reload, keep shooting. Okay, that's the problem. This ban list is just too harsh on certain decks, unnecessarily. Okay, so I think you guys agree with that, and of course there are some cool stuff like Spellbook of Fate, Gear, which should have come off the list fucking ages ago. Shien, why were you still on this list? Chaos Sorcerer, why are you still on this list? Get off my list. There's still a whole bunch of things. Summoner Monk, we should bring that back to free. Why is that on the list? Necrophase, bring it back. Who cares? That's the point. So just bring back loads of stuff and don't have to worry about all this worry that you're not. I don't know what Konami's thinking. Okay, just fucking get your shit together, Konami. It's fucking awful. It's a piece of piss. It's not hard to make a ban list that satisfies the player base and keeps the game healthy, and you didn't do it. So well done, Konami. You really fucked up again. So like I'm surprised, you know. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and hope to hear your comments about the ban list down below. And until next time, the Thetcglover is out.